the Pomodoro Technique, a review. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I bought this little timer quite a few years ago. I don't even have batteries left in it. Let's see, I think it took a little AA or something. Yeah, a little double or AAA. I think it takes one AAA battery to run this little timer. And this, I think I already had an iPhone at the time when I bought this. But the reason why I bought it is because someone had told me, or I had read somewhere about the Pomodoro Technique. And what the Pomodoro Technique, basically in a nutshell, is it's the idea of allowing yourself to focus for a stretch of time, specifically focus hard on something, and then take a break. And then do it again, and then take a break. And eventually, doing that a number of times till you can take a longer break. But really being able to focus long enough. I've heard 50 minutes tossed around quite a bit. 45, 50 minutes. Some people take even less. Some people take 20 minutes or so. And that was the whole idea of why I bought this timer, so that I can set it for 50 minutes. Set it, focus on what I'm doing, get it done, and move on. Now, how well does it work? It works great for the people that have tried it and have gotten it to work well for them. Okay, it really does, no doubt in my mind. I just heard Jeff Walker put out a YouTube. Jeff Walker, for those of you who don't know, inventor of the product launch formula. He's done a number of other things, brilliant stuff. Go watch his stuff. He's got great insight. He talked about how much it had changed and helped out his creativity. It really allowed him to get his job done. I think a lot of it comes down to conation. I could be wrong on that, but if I were to guess, in fact, it's a good question. I'll probably put it in my Facebook group that I belong to of High Quick Starts. I've found that, so if you're not familiar with conation, here's another thing you can go look up. Go check out Kathy Kolbe's work over at Kolbe.com, specifically the Kolbe A index. You could take this little quiz to find out kind of where you lie on a conative scale. And what conation is, it measures basically the work side of your brain and how you work best, how you function best at your highest level when you're in work mode, which is a different part of the brain than everything else. That they don't talk about this very often, but it's a very specific area. Anyways, go look up conation and what Kathy Kolbe has come up with. It's really, really, really good stuff. Some of the best things that I have been introduced to in the last 10 years. One of them is the concept of conation. And I think that somewhat affects how well I adjust to any type of structure. Okay, one of the things I do is I have a very difficult time sticking to structure of any sort unless I've figured it out ahead of time, kind of set myself to it and put it into a calendar and have kind of built a habit out of it. If I don't do that, it's difficult. And this is one of those things I always had a tough time picking up. This is why I found this in a sort box. I have, this is another thing about my personality. I have a whole bunch of banker boxes marked sort that I just need to go through and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with all this stuff. And this is one of the things that I found in today. And I said, okay, for one thing, I don't need the timer anymore. I've got an iPhone. I can use the iPhone, right? If I need this, they've got apps specifically for the Pomodoro Technique, so you can do that. For working, I had a difficult time adjusting to it. So that's just my own personal review. I think that's partially because I've never gotten down to a good work schedule or good work environment. I'm still adjusting it. I'm still trying to find what works best for me. So that's just me. Find out for yourself. I'd love to find out how have you done with the Pomodoro Technique? Have you tried it out? If not, go and try it out. For the periods of time that I was able to stick to it, it was useful. It allowed me to get certain things done, but at the same end, I needed even more. One of the main reasons why it's useful is because it does away with distraction. But if part of what you're doing is research, or part of what you're doing is trying to figure something out, then you're kind of surrounded by distraction anyways, and you'll automatically fall away from the focus, even though you're kept to a certain period of time. After a while, I just didn't notice how much time I have left. And it's a difficult thing, especially when you're self-employed, when you're when you're kind of running your own schedule. It's very difficult to stick to. So, but I'd love to hear what you think about the Pomodoro technique. That's just a quick concept. This is kind of a strategy that you can use to help kind of improve or make yourself more efficient. I think the main thing is to know yourself. Try things out. Don't think that you're a failure just because you don't fit in the same box as everybody else, or that something doesn't work the first time you try it. Don't worry about it. Try something else. Keep searching around. It could be something else that you need to add, or you could be working on stuff that you shouldn't be working on, that you ought to be outsourcing. That whole who, not how thing. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hey, that's just a couple quick tips. Go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. If you're a business owner, or you're in charge of a business, and you really want to take it to the next level and keep competition at bay, to the point to where competition, you don't even notice it, even if your competition right now is Amazon.com, check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy at AmazonProofBook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, you just get out there and let the magic happen.